Greetings, brothers and sisters. Hello and welcome back to Eva's House of Spirit. For those of you who are newer to this channel, I'm Eva. Welcome back to my 13 Days of Samhain series. Today is day 11. And for today's video, I thought I would show you a suggestion for how you could put together a seasonal vigil candle, or some of you may choose to have this candle be like your working candle, for Samhain. You don't have to use it as a working candle. If you just want it to be a seasonal vigil candle, that's perfectly fine too. You can do something like this now, or you can do something like this on the 31st. It's entirely up to you. So the first thing I considered in putting this candle together is I wanted it to have some sort of a candle holder that felt to me very seasonal and very appropriate, in terms of decor and all that. So I got this candle glass, and I went out and I gathered some autumn leaves, and I used a piece of twine to encircle the glass with the fall leaves. I tied the twine around the glass first, and then because the glass is sort of shaped wider at the top and slightly skinnier at the bottom, I slid the twine down. I managed to tuck the leaves in between the twine and the glass, and I created this really quick little seasonal candle holder with these autumn leaves. Now this was just a really quick put together. If I really took my time, I could probably do something like really pretty, but I just kind of did this a little quickly this time, just to kind of show you all the demonstration, the little idea of how I would put together this candle. So yeah, we got our seasonal candle holder cup, and I decided that the candle for this vigil, I decided should be black, because we are in a dark season, a dark period of time. Things are growing darker. We've gone over this earlier in the series. We've talked about a lot of aspects and themes relating to darkness, so I just felt it very appropriate to go with a black candle. So, and that's going to look really nice, I think, in our seasonal candle holder. It kind of looks a little better in person, I think. I think it looks a little better in person. It looks a little crazy, And if you want to have your candles be a little closer around the bottom, you can do that too. It's entirely up to you how you would do something like this if you choose to go about it this way. But anyhow, so we have our black candle, and I decided that for this candle it would be very appropriate to whip out our Samhain oil, because by now it's steeped for a good amount of time. I put this tag on it so I remember what the heck it is. I'm mixing it up right now to kind of shake up those ingredients that we put in, and I'm also going to be sprinkling 2 herbs over this candle. The reason why I chose 2 herbs and this oil is that I like working in odd numbers, and I figured 2 herbs, 1 oil, that makes 3. That's a sacred number to me, so I figured that that made sense. So the first thing I'm going to do, of course, no, I'm skipping a step. The first thing I would do is charge the candle with some intention that I have for it. I'm not going to do that here on film though, because this is an example candle. I'm not actually doing this like really legit. Just going through this pretty quickly. So I'm going to put a little bit, oh, that smells so nice. I'm going to put a little bit of this in my hand, and I'm going to proceed to anoint my candle. Anoint your candle however you have learned to do it, however you feel it resonates with you to do so. Not everybody may necessarily anoint their candle in the same way. That's perfectly fine. There's no right or wrong way. What matters is that you feel that what you're doing is effective. The Samhain oil really does smell awesome, by the way, with the orange oil and the seasonal spices and all. Okay, I think I've anointed the candle nicely. And I'm going to place that into our seasonal. I'm going to rub some of this on me. It smells so good. Okay. All right, so that was really fun. Um, so I've anointed the candle and I've put it into the seasonal candle holder. And now I've chosen 2 herbs for this that I feel are seasonally appropriate and just appropriate to sort of where my, I guess you could say, consciousness and focus are at this time of year. I have chosen to use anise seed. There we go. Just had to cover a little bit of that strong lamplight. Anise seed because anise has a powerful association with psychic sensitivity. It is an herb that a lot of magical practitioners choose to use to help to open the psychic senses. So I'm going to add that, in here because I feel that like this is a great time for that, If we can boost those psychic senses, why not? So I'm going to sprinkle my candle with the anise seed. And I love the licorice smell that anise has. Okay, so now we have the anise seed on top of our seasonal black candle. And for the second herb, I have decided to use valerian. Oh, I'm holding it upside down, aren't I? Yes, I am. There we go, valerian. Valerian is a very restful herb, and it has a strong association for me with the subconscious, with sleeping, with that part of ourselves, that is hidden, with things in general that are hidden, slumbering, subdued, things of the other world, and so on and so forth. Those are kind of what come to mind when I think of valerian. So I'm going to combine the psychic enhancing anise with this sort of bringing hidden things to light. I guess you could say energy of valerian, or actually it's not so much bringing hidden things to light. I think what would be more accurate to say is it's more centering on deeper hidden things. Darkness is sort of what valerian, the subconscious and the darkness sort of is what valerian, I guess you could say, conveys to me or speaks to me, the type of energy it kind of holds for me. So I'm going to put some of that in the candle. And I'm going to be lighting this. Of course, I have to go back and charge it because I haven't charged it because this is just an example candle. But I'm going to be lighting this as a seasonal vigil light, in observance of Samhain time, in observance of the darkness. So I hope you like this little idea I've brought forth for you. I hope it certainly has I guess you could almost say chthonic smell. But it's okay, it's nice. So yeah, anyway, I'm getting lost in the whole of the candle. And so now it's time for our question of the day. The question of the day, if you decide you'd like to go down in the comments and answer it, is how will you be dressing your working candle or your altar candle, or maybe you'll be doing a vigil candle for Samhain? Is there a certain way that you like to dress your candles for this time of year, or for the kind of workings or observance that you do? If you feel comfortable mentioning that, talking about that, I'd love to hear about that. And as for your journaling exercise, I invite you to explore your thoughts and feelings in regard to the element of fire, being that Samhain is indeed also a fire festival. I invite you to write about whether you find yourself drawn to fire at all this season, maybe in what ways, if so. And also, I invite you to write about what fire, what it means to you, what it speaks to you, what it conveys to you. I would say just explore it in conscious awareness sort of meditation, the kind of meditation I was telling you about earlier in this series, where I sort of told you, like, sometimes I'll be doing other things, and yet in my mind I'm just kind of letting it freely associate and explore and run with certain thoughts and ideas and images and whatever just happen to pop in there. So I invite you to do that. And as always, I remind you, don't forget to check out your wishing link of the day. And until tomorrow's episode, I'm going to wish you all blessed be and ashe. You have a wonderful night. Now we are at last caught up in terms of being on schedule with this seasonal series. So until tomorrow, you stay awesome. Bye-bye for now.